All right, everybody, here we go. Welcome to my very first video on my very first YouTube channel. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I was going to use this channel to just put my training videos up. I train in Olympic weightlifting, however, by no means am I an Olympian. Maybe someday. But, yeah, I don't know. I just quit my job about less than a week ago. It's Saturday today. I quit it on Tuesday. And, yeah, I just hated it. So I was done with the bull crap and decided to, other than apply for jobs, decided to make a video. Make a YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. But, anyways, we're just warming up here. Doing some snatches. That's the first of the two lifts. You snatch and clean and jerk. And today, Saturday, was a heavy day. Not a max out day, but a heavy day. So we're just doing that. We're just warming up, taking it easy, taking it breezy. Fix my pants. It's all good. Yeah, I don't even know what to talk about, really. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years. Not quite 2.5 years. No. Yeah, 2.5 years, not quite 3 years. And, is this still recording? Oh, it is still recording. We'll edit that out. About 2.5 years now. And I'm training for my very first competition coming up in February 7th. The hell was that? Anyways, training for my very first competition. So I'm super excited. And, yeah, we're just kind of going through the motions here. Warming up, showing up a little bit, getting my groove, finding my groove here. Boom. There you go. Yeah, so I'm still very, very much so a beginner in this. Just started more or less 2.5 years ago. Strictly snatch, clean, and jerk training with obviously various accessories. But, I love it, you know. I just want to do this, and like I said, I was working a job that I hated, and I was sick and tired of doing things that I don't like. So I just was like, I got to start working on my life here, get things going. Here we go. 125 pounds. Not too bad. Just finding my balance really with that's why I warm it up so light. The warm-up weights are so light. I mean, really light. Like almost too light. But, yeah. I don't even know what this fuck. Anyways, yeah, I'm just sitting here in my closet trying to get good audio so there's no, like, reverberations. But I'm just in my closet. Just made this video today. Pretty cool. It's kind of fun to edit it and stuff. Super simple editing, but kind of turned out pretty cool, I think. It kind of turned out pretty cool. Yeah. Continuing to warm up. Went up in weight here at 125 pounds, which is about something in kilos. Don't know. Say about 56 or something. And I'm using pound weights. I'm not using kilo weights. Kilogram weights. We're shooting pounds here. It's all the same, more or less. Yeah. How did I get into weightlifting? That's a great question. Well, about 2.5 years ago, when I started, I was just in the gym. I didn't really have any. I wasn't a huge gym person. I'd get in occasionally just to move. I wasn't really focusing on strength or getting muscle. I was just like moving. And I was working jobs. I was working at ski mountains, doing lift operating and various jobs like that throughout my years, ski instructing, working in a warehouse, stuff like that. And I used to run. Track and field and cross country in high school, mainly. It was very competitive. We used to do that. And running was my life for the longest time. I used to run and run and run. High school really overtrained me and just, it was brutal. And then I kind of fell out of love with running. And then eventually found it again and started to move like in my parents' garage and stuff like that while still running and biking. After dropping out of college, yada, 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 so on and so forth. Anyways, this is going on too long, but I eventually moved to California, and like a few months after moving to California, I discovered Olympic weightlifting, and I was immediately hooked. I was like, I gotta do that. I have to. So I did, started training. And now 2.5 years later, here we are. About to snatch 155 pounds, or 70 kilos. Getting up there. My max for my snatch is 175 pounds, which is 80 kilos. And just recently attempted 185 pounds, which is 85 kilos. Was not able to get it. But 175 pounds is my max. It's my best so far, so... yeah. And here we were going up. We just bumped up in weight. Getting ready. Just kind of finding my focus. Finding myself for a little bit. 165 pounds. 75 kilos. Gotta take my time. Breathe. And I missed it. I think why I missed that was a technical thing. It was out in front a little bit. Yeah, there I am. Trying to be like, what was that? I don't think I got enough height on the bar, so I didn't fully, properly extend to get height on the bar. And then get underneath it, where it kind of lands, doesn't exactly land. You catch it in a stacked position instead of a little bit out front. That was a little bit out front. But this one was really nice. Caught it, felt really balanced, got enough height on it. Reached my full extension there. It was nice. Here we go, third attempt. I gave it 3 attempts at this weight. Setting up. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Yeah, a little bit weird. Bounce was a bit forward when in the catch position there. I had to walk forward a little bit. Excuse me, just drinking a little bit of tea here. Moving on. Clean jerks. I did warm up with the empty bar. I always do. Snatch, clean and jerk, and squatting. I always do empty bar before. I just didn't put it in because I didn't feel like it. It adds to the length of the video, and I didn't really want to have a longer video than I needed to. Yeah, we're just finding it here, warming up. Took my shirt off. Whoa, where'd that come from? Shaking out, getting ready. Yeah, I'm just warming up. What else to talk about? Like I said, yeah, I was a big runner. Skinny, very skinny. And then dropped out of college, went to college for running. It was a D3 school, so it wasn't very good, but I dropped out of college. And eventually picked up running again and fell back in love with it, really enjoyed it. And I also picked up biking too during COVID. The summer of COVID. What a time. 150 pounds. I picked up biking, fell back in love with running, and fell in love with biking as well, road cycling. I was doing that hardcore, and I loved it. And occasionally I would get in the garage, my parents' garage, and just kind of mess around. My dad had a wood pellet stove that burns wood pellets. And, excuse me. And they were 40-pound bags. And so I would do things with those 40-pound bags. And I would just, put them on my shoulders and start squatting or lunging or doing whatever I could to move. I'd take sledgehammers. I didn't know how much they weighed, maybe like 15, 20 pounds. And I would do like workouts with those. Kind of like walking lunges. And anything. I'd do pull-ups when I had a pull-up bar. I'd do push-ups. Maybe that was a weird one. A little bit tired. That was weird. My split jerks today were a bit weird there. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm not getting my front foot out far enough. It's landing not far out enough, causing me to not get underneath the bar enough. Especially because I'm long-limbed, I need to put that front foot out a lot farther. And you'll see that as a common theme throughout this clean jerk session here. But anyways, yeah. Working out home during COVID and biking and running and stuff like that. And skiing. I'm a big skier. And was a big skier, but it was better. And eventually, during that whole time, when I dropped out of college, I also fell back in love with skiing. Because when I was in high school, our coach did not want me skiing at all. Because he was like, no, you're part of a team. I don't want you hurt, stuff like that. So I didn't really get to ski that much. And then fell back in love with skiing a lot. Eventually became a ski instructor. Traveled to New Zealand. Went to Utah. Went to Vermont. And ski instructed and lived there. Learned a lot and got really good at skiing. It was great fun. And I loved it. And that's kind of what made me come out to California, the mountains out here. And then very shortly after coming out here, like I'm talking like January, February, March, April, May, like 3 months after I moved here, I was getting in the gym, just kind of gymming like once or twice a week because I had to work 5 days a week, on the mountain, and I was exhausted, couldn't really do anything because the gym was far away. And I'd wake up at like 4:30 and get home at like 6. It was a full day, and I just didn't have it in me. But on the weekends I did. I got it done. Okay, this is a weird one here. 195 pounds. And left shoulder just gave out. Again, that's another thing. I didn't get my front foot out far enough. I didn't get enough height on the bar. But anyways, moving up. 210 pounds. 95 kilos. Yeah, that's when we move out here. And then, yeah, like I said, very shortly after moving out here, I just was like, holy crap, what is Olympic weightlifting? And the very first video I ever saw was Clarence Kennedy. And I'm like, who the hell? And then I'm like, that's so cool. And I'm just like, became obsessed with it. And was just learning and learning. And just, I'd had the empty bar for a very long time. It was 225. Just bumped up from 210. 102 kilos. And my max on the clean and jerk is 235 pounds. So I'm, right there. It's like 90, whatever, 5% or something. Another weird one, didn't get that front foot out far enough. So I had my weight forward. I had to bring that back foot up first, I think. That's at least what I see. And I'm not a professional, but that's just what I saw. Clap. Yeah, and just 2.5 years later, here we are. So, second attempt. I'm just giving it 3 attempts on the same weight. Just as a heavy day. 3 singles at this weight. It's heavy. I was pretty fatigued right here, but not too bad. And then the same thing, front foot, just far, which is fine. Well, it's not fine. Not fine at all. There we go, final attempt here. See if I can get it. You probably guess what's going to happen, but yeah. Here we go. Listen to the Rocky theme song. Oh yeah. I'm also originally from Philadelphia, so kind of there's a tune. Same thing. That's it. Thanks for watching. My very first YouTube video ever. And then also after this, after my snatch clean jerk session, I did front squat, and I actually set a PR unexpectedly by 10 pounds at 295 pounds. Almost 300, but I tried 305, didn't get it. But that's no problem. But yeah, thanks for watching. This is my very first video. Hopefully I can continue doing this. It's kind of fun. We'll see what happens. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. So that's about it. So goodbye, and thank you very much.